Hi everyone, in this tutorial I'm going to share a few layout tips. First of all, by utilizing Photoshop, I prepared 4 PNG images with transparency. And I located them in IMG folder. I'm going to import the image in a div tag. Let's make sure that we put right extension of the file. So the image is shown gigantic. It's because of the original size and we didn't specify the width and height. Before doing that, let's set up the document first. For example, taking out the default margin. I'm going to keep the width of the image size 100% because we are going to change the width with the div tag. We only change width or height only, not to distort the image. We provide the width of the div to change the image size. Okay, let's try to place the image at the center of the web page. The image is off right now. It's because it's being drawn from left top corner. By utilizing calc function, we can calculate values between two units. 150 is the half of 300 pixel. It stays at the center perfectly, right? But also it's responsive because we gave some percentage values. All images are loaded correctly, but they are placed at the same place. So why don't you change the position slightly different? Let's not forget we apply the class name to the HTML element. Okay, it looks great. But let's do a little bit of fine tuning. Although we put regular values, they are slightly off towards the right side. We have to subtract the half size of the image so that it can be placed at the center. Perfect, right? But also it's absolutely responsive. Since they all look the same, let's give some variation on the individual images. When you rotate a div, you need an anchor of the rotation. So the rotation will be executed based on the anchor value, we call it origin. Right now, we place the origin position at the center of the div so that the div can be rotated around itself. Don't worry about the values, I'm just putting some arbitrary values right now. It became a little bit more interesting, right? Why don't we try to change the size a little bit different too? Okay, it became quite interesting. We can also try to apply certain transparency as well. Okay, let's have a title on the page. Maybe at the center of the page. Okay, I think I like this, so let's just skip this. Okay, finally, Z index. We can decide the order of the elements. As you can see, if we provide the Z index, for example, paint 2 will be drawn on top of the paint number 1. Since we provide 300, this should be on the top. The values are arbitrary and completely relative. So if you give a little bit more value, then definitely it should be drawn on the top. If you give a little bit less value, it will be drawn under the element, which has higher z-index value. Once again, it can be completely random, so I'm just going to give really huge values so that it can be placed on the top. Or I can give a certain value between 200 and 300 so that it can be placed between these two elements. Okay, that's it. Let's tweak some values a little bit so that we can play with the shapes and layout a little bit. Okay, thank you everyone. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial.